Welcome guys, Matty from Extreme Auto Caravan and Camping with you again today. Lovely day up north of Adelaide here on another massive off-grid lithium setup. This one here, as with all of the jobs we do, are quite unique. This one we've gone all out on this one with a couple of extra items, including the Satking ProMax automatic satellite system on the roof. So these guys have the ability to have TV pretty much anywhere in the country, including foxtel if they wish. And we've actually managed to get this on 2 TVs, which is really good, one in the bedroom and one in this living area here. We've also added Google Chromecast for these guys so they're able to use their internet on their phone. And we've also added the Teltonica RUT360 4G 3G modem in this with a dual antenna on the roof. So that's the MIMO antenna, the multi-out antenna. So they're able to get really good internet access pretty much anywhere that there is, poor service around the local area. This will extend their range quite significantly. So that's always on in this. And it's also allowed me to connect the Victron to it permanently. So I have full monitoring capabilities of this off-grid system anywhere these guys go. Happy days. Now, with this off-grid system, we've gone for the PowerPaul batteries. So we've gone for 2 of them with the option to add a 3rd one if these customers need to. So that's like 10 kilowatt hours. It's absolute crazy amount of power. So the 6.7 kilowatt hours that are in this, the 560 amp hours here, custom made PowerPaul lithium batteries. Happy days from old mate in Victoria. Thanks Paul, big shout out. We've got all the Victron fruit in this one guys, and a massive DC charging system from the vehicle. So we've gone for 2 Orion DC to DC chargers rated at 30 amps each. They are networked together so they will work simultaneously from the vehicle's engine while he's driving. So that's up to 60 amps of charge just from the vehicle, from his engine. So that'll fast charge this lithium battery bank quite well. So that's the vehicle side of things, so 60 amps from the vehicle. We've managed to squeeze a fair amount of solar on this roof. I'm really happy with it because we're able to use the customer's original 2 170 watt panels on the roof. Because this van is brand new, the panels are new, it was a no-brainer for me. They're actually in a really good spot, so I was happy to rewire them into a Victron controller, add that to my new system to increase the capacity. So we're able to squeeze 1140 watts. That's over a kilowatt of solar on this thing. It's monstrous, huge amount of power. Now I've gone for the 4 200 watt exotronic panels running in a 2S 2P system. So that's 2 in series, 2 in parallel, all down to the Victron 5100 smart solar controller. The original 2 170s are running into a Victron 30 amp smart solar controller, and they're networked together up on the servo, so they get it's the same sort of charge. The beautiful thing about doing the split system is these 2 panels will shade. Just like right now, the sun is that way, and it's going to start coming up very soon. It's only like 8 a.m. Once that sun starts coming up, my array is going to cop all the sun. It will probably until about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Once the sun goes over this side, obviously these panels become in full sun, so they start replenishing, and that goes into the other controller. So you just get a really, really, really awesome yield when you run that split system, even up to 3 controllers on some jobs. So this running the 2 solar controllers has the ability to put in so much power, it's just stupendous. This is running the Truma Inverter air conditioner, very efficient air conditioner. So happy days with these. This thing will be able to run on par with the solar coming in, plus some extra as well. So we're able to charge these batteries while that sun comes up and run that air conditioner at the same time. Like, that's what we want, yeah? Even when old mate's driving, if he's not getting any sun, we're still able to put in a fair amount of power from that vehicle to keep up with this air conditioner. So you can run the air conditioner while you're driving. I mean, why wouldn't you? If it's stinking hot, you know, the blacktop's 50 plus degrees, you know, you get all that heat soaking your van, all your cupboards and all, everything's hot. Run your AC while you're driving, because when you rock up at camp, happy days. You're gonna have a nice cold van to walk into. You know, get everything ready, shut it down, turn it on, whatever. You got the ability to do that with the system. So we're running the Victron multiplus 3012 120 amp inverter charger. So this thing has the ability to put in 120 amps of charge from a generator, mains power, shore power. It will fast charge the batteries as well as the solar. Just like the DC to DC charging system from the vehicle, the solar will work on top of that 60 amps. This thing will pump in over 100 while he's driving and the sun's out. These numbers are like unheard of in the industry. Some people are starting to do it more and more now, but these big charging systems is where it's at, because it's a lithium battery. And if you've got the correct lithium battery set up, you can do that, especially with these PowerPaul batteries. They can discharge 250 amps each. They can charge at a really high rate, recommended 60 each. But you know, I pump more into them because the BMS can handle it. The Dali BMS that Paul uses is a very good quality BMS. They've been around for a long time, and they've got their foothold in the industry, and they've been proven. So they're a happy BMS to be able to take that charge rate and discharge that big charge rate as well. So that's a 250 amp BMS there. Very happy. Thanks, Paul. So we've rewired this system. It had a Red Arc Manager 30 in it. That was running already lithium batteries, and that was all down here anyway. So this area that's right here, sort of towards the wheel arch area, was already with 3 lithium, 3 120s and the Manager 30. We've managed to put the Serbo Touch 50 over the original spot where the Red Arc was, so there's no impact to the van's original system. And being a overlay system, this is completely removable, guys. I get so many phone calls saying, Matt, I'm going to invest this money on one of your setups. Happy days. We want to do it. What's it going to cost? What can I do? And I always let people know that, hey guys, don't forget, if you sell the van, you know, get damage on it, write it off, whatever you do, call me up. The inverter, the big ticket items, the inverter, the batteries, some other stuff, it can all come out and get fitted into your new van. Just like the Satking ProMax, guys, I get a lot of calls on this. People sell their vans with the ProMax. That's fine if you want to do it, but if you kept it, 4 bolts, and they come straight off the base plate, you lose the cable kit. You would keep your little UFO-looking control dish and your satellite, and then we order the kit in, and the price to get it reinstalled to your new van is a downside cheaper than the outlay of one of these initially. All right, so that's something to remember. This stuff can be removed and completely reverted back to factory with no impact. It takes a few hours to remove it, and happy days, you're back in the game with a fully functional van to be able to sell. So the spec sheet for this, 560 amp hours lithiums, that's 6.67 kilowatt hours of energy here. We've got the 2 Orion DC to DC chargers taking care of vehicle charge, up to 60 amps. We've got 1140 watts of solar on the roof, running 2 separate controllers, 2 separate strings. We're running 1 string on one solar controller, the other string on the other. And that's going, you know, that's 80 amps of charge controlling there, so it's going to see some big power. That is combined with the DC to DC, so that means solar will work with the vehicle simultaneously to charge this big lithium battery bank at like warp speed. We're running the Victron multiplus 12 3120 amp charger inverter. running on all the factory outlets, microwave, air conditioner, induction cookers, completely off the grid on the side of the road at the touch of a touchscreen button. You've also got the Touch 50 up here, which has control on the complete system. So these guys, all they've got to do is arrive at camp, arrive on the side of the road, wherever they want to run the microwave, an induction cooker or anything, all they need to do is lift up this cupboard, press a button, and instantly everything becomes off the grid, ready to go. There we have it. I will give you the rundown again with running some things. I'll put the microwave on. This is a brand new van, guys, once again, so there's not many appliances here, so I can't go and plug heaps of stuff in like on my other videos you see. So we'll put the microwave on, I'll put the AC on, I'll start the car, we'll get some DC charge happening. I've got an overcast morning, hopefully the sun comes up. It's only like 8:30, 9 o'clock. We're not going to see some crazy solar. In fact, we're only seeing 0 right now. It's just overcast and early. That's what happens when there's no sun. Doesn't matter how much solar you've got, you're always going to get 0. So when that sun comes out though, and we are right in the middle of winter, like I think we're only a week out of the winter solstice, so days are really short, sun's really low. It doesn't matter what system you got, your solar yield will be at its rock bottom minimum. And that's where a really good high quality and high capacity battery bank plays a role. You can still continue to run things without having to worry about, oh, I'm not getting enough solar, or, you know, I'm not getting this charge rate coming in. You've got your backups, you've got your vehicle, you've got your generator, which I'll get into in a second with the Cerbo touchscreen. So there we have it, guys. Happy days. Oh, there we go. So it's raining now. So not like I'm going to do much solar testing today, which is why that's showing 0, 8:30 in the morning. So, all right, here's the touchscreen, guys. You've all seen me do this video so many times. One of the key differences on this one is we've gone for the Teltonika RUT360. So this is a mobile application for mobile Wi-Fi. So you can see the 2 antenna that come into this. So that's the MIMO antenna, multi-in, multi-out. This is the antenna that's on the roof. It's like a shark fin looking antenna. Very high quality stuff here. These are an industrial grade modem router made in Lithuania. Very happy with these. I personally have one of these, and the range that I get on my Wi-Fi is stupendous. I can actually sit my phone in its cradle in my vehicle, and I will log onto this with like nearly full service, some 12, 14 meters away in the vehicle through like all metal and everything. So the range that these guys are going to get on the Wi-Fi, this is just really awesome. And because we've got this on board, we're able to link this Cerbo system with a Touch 50 up to this. So it's on the VRM portal 24/7. I'm able to see it, view it, control it, update it, and do everything I need to on this system. And obviously we've got there's the Satking ProMax up in there. So it's power on, power off, put the satellite up, put the satellite down for Vast or Foxtel completely off the grid, and that's the Foxtel, the Vast box there. We're just running Google Chromecast at the moment with my phone because I'm on this modem. So these guys already set their system up. They're able to instantly come in here and they're able to log onto this modem, and it's just like your home. You've got Google Chromecast. You can watch anything on your smart TVs if you have them, and you can just see it it's just really easy. It's all done on your phone. Right, so to turn this on and off, very easy. So we are on now, as you can see, on. We turn that on to charger only. That's where the system will live all the time until you go free camping. So whenever these guys want mains power, let's say they wanted to, I don't know, put the air conditioner on. Now it's freezing cold here. I'm going to run it on heat, so you just go until it says on. You see the little bars move. You heard the beeps. That means we're ready to go. So I can grab my little remote, go 31 and power. Now that's on. You can see the microwaves come on. No, so it's the air conditioner. That one, that's an air conditioner. That's the air conditioner running on heat. That'll pull like 750, 800 watts on heat. They're not the best, as we all know. And that's the microwave running simultaneously. Go over to the to your screen that you guys see me do. That's all from batteries, guys. Once again, take note of what we're pulling. I'll try and keep these shadows out of the way. I reckon that AC's ramped up. Should wait for it to ramp up. Yeah, it's definitely not around 8. You see the microwave shut down and that's the AC loads. That would be just a fan in the air conditioner at the moment. So I'll wait for this to kick in. But while I'm waiting for it to kick in, what can we run? I'm doing the scan. Is the fridge on? I think the fridge is still on. I left the fridge on. Yeah, so the fridge has been on as well. So this is a compressor fridge. So when you do the off-grid setup, it's a really good idea to go for the compressor fridge. I love them. They're always on. You don't have to worry about them. They just stay off of running from 12 volt all the time. These guys will be able to leave this on indefinitely, obviously if they park outside. Even in low light conditions, they'll still do that. Here's the setup. All neatly tucked away in the original factory location. Put a bit of light around so you can see it. Everything's labelled nice and neat, all tucked away. So if you pop a fuse, if someone's playing with it and something doesn't work, everything's easily labelled, easily seen for anyone to work on it, and you know what's going on at all times. There's the Victron. There's plenty of ventilation around this one, as you can see. We've just put a couple of extra vents here up high because it was the corner, but this is all open, so very happy with the way that that's going to work. Still waiting for this air conditioner to load up, so show the other TV running. So that's running in the factory. They installed the old AV cables, the yellow, white and red. So your AV in and your audio. That's running off the vast box. So this is here in the bedroom. And then obviously the living area, if I change the input from the Google to HDMI 1, which is vast, I've got this running a HDMI cable on this. So the customers are able to view 2 separate TVs with the one vast box. Outside, there is no AV cables running. They just haven't done that from factory. You can get into... Oh, there you go. The AC just kicked in. You can get into HDMI splitting, all that, but that's a whole job for another day if they decided to do that. But for now, happy days with 2 TVs running the vast box. Now, that roof clunker has kicked in. Blowing hot air, yep. And what's she drawing, 800 odd watts? There we go. But take note that we're getting nothing. We've got nothing coming in at just running that troomer there, but look at what she's drawing. Some 70 odd amps there. Like I said in my other videos, these aren't any type of AC reverse cycle like this. They're not efficient on heat. They never are, which is why we run diesel heaters, why we run gas heaters. You can do it, but it's like a backup only. These are more efficient running in cool mode. So in the middle of summer, you crank it right down to 16 or whatever. It doesn't draw as much as that. I think they're only about the 750 watt, the Troomers, so they're quite efficient. I do like them. But there we go, it's actually pulling a little bit more because I'm running the TV, I've got the fridge going and some lights on. That's why that's using 912 from the battery and the AC loads are 760-ish. So obviously the difference in those numbers is the DC loads with lights and vast box and all that sort of stuff. If we get into the details of it, we've got a generator outside. So we can see the AC current limit there is set for 10. It's because we've got a Yamaha, little IFS 2400, which I'll go outside now, we'll fire it up. It's raining, actually. We'll change that. It's raining, so we'll do that maybe another time when this rain stops, if I get a chance. If I don't get a chance to do it, guys, sorry about that. It's definitely not a good day for solar or even running a generator outside. So, alright, so we just started the vehicle. We'll see if we can offset this number a little bit. So that'd be 60 coming in because this AC is drawing, I think we saw 75, 78 amps. So if 60's coming in, we're only pulling that at the moment. Now obviously if we had some solar coming in, 300 watts of solar would offset that number quite easily. Anything above 300 watts of solar, we're charging again. So yeah, these guys will be charging at a higher rate once the sun comes up and start charging. We don't want rain like it is now. So but see how that number changed instantly from 75, 77 to this. So that 60 amps, once again, is offsetting that number. So I'm running this air conditioner on heat, which you never do. Like I said, gas or diesel heating is what you do, but this is just an example, guys. And running the air conditioner on heat is pulling 800 odd watts, so we're only pulling that. Now I'm going to shut that down. Shut that down. And watch this charge rate jump up. We will go to charger only, putting it back to factory form. And that's just on idle there. We'll see what she jumps up to. Beautiful. These are really good charge rates, guys. Happy with this system. All control here, very easy to do. It's all in the touchscreen like that. It's instant. You know, you open that up, you turn this on, you click on, you'll hear the beeps. Mains power on. There we go. Happy days. Enjoy that system, guys. Hey guys, my bad. You know, I set up these systems daily, but I always shut down the solar controllers. So it's actually 9:30. Just realised I shut down the 340 watt solar controller yesterday because, you know, we're working on it. So you can see here where it says enable charger. So let's turn them on. And I thought, being rainy and cloudy, you know, we should get 1 or 2 watts, but we weren't. Now that's the networked power. So now we should see some solar come up. Sorry about that, guys. There we go, we're getting something now. So 9:20 in the morning, we've got, we're dealing with that. And I would like the sun to be there. That's south though. That's north. And I don't think we're going to get much sun out of that. But hey, it is what it is. And we are getting 100 watts from an 1140 watt system. We're getting something, you know, right bottom of winter. I'm going to leave this job out in the sun today. Old mate's just going to drag it out from the shed, and I will log on to this during the day, and I'll take some snapshots to see if we can get a better number. Now you can see I've purposely dragged the batteries down to the 60% mark, so today I can see this hit its peak, even though it's in the middle of winter. Like I said, at least I'll be able to see what its peak is parked in this position right in the middle of winter. So the 1140, I don't know what are we going to get out of it. Maybe 650. I don't know. It's hard to say. I've got 1200 watts on my roof and I hit 780 a couple of weeks ago. You know, that's with my van parked in my position, but every van's different. It doesn't matter if you've got 50 vans with 1,000 watts of solar on it, all of them are going to see different solar yields based on how you park. You know, that's, the panels are flat mounted, guys, and you know, you could park north, you might be on a different angle, you're always going to get different results. Shading, you might have your antenna up, you might have it down. You know, you might cop more shade on the panels that are next to the air conditioner compared to Joe Blow. That's why every job is unique and every job is different. There's no one blanket rule for everyone. And that's why all of the videos that I'm doing for you guys show that. And that's one of the main purposes why I'm doing these videos, is to show you that. Because I always get the phone call, Matt, like, what's this package worth? Well, I don't know. The way I work on it is I'll work out what's on your roof. It's a game of Tetris. And your objective is clear. You want to maximize that roof space with as much solar as you can, based on two things: budget and weight. Can't be too heavy, obviously. And it can't be too expensive, obviously. You have to find that happy medium. But just know this, the rules are simple. The more solar you've got, the better it is. You could have so much solar, it wouldn't matter. The charge controllers and the charge regulators do their job by regulating that higher voltage, finding out the best power to spit into your batteries. That's what they do. Let them do their thing. If you can feed those solar controllers with so much power, they can choose what they want to do with it. And in this scenario, well, now it's jumped up to 120. In this scenario, it bears true of that. There is no way on planet Earth old mate would be getting 100 watts out of 340 watts flat mounted behind the air conditioner when the sun's on the opposite side right now. But we are now. And the reason why we're getting that now is because he's got more solar on his roof. So my point being is, even when it's an overcast day, even when it's raining, guys, the more solar you've got, the more chance you have of capturing that energy and replenishing your batteries with it. At the end of the day, your battery bank, it's not infinite. It's not an unlimited source. It would be great if it was, but it's not. You still have a battery bank to live by, and you still have a replenishment to work by, all right? If you don't have enough coming in, and you are pulling more than what's coming in, obviously you're using battery capacity. And the numbers don't lie. They'll always show it on the Victron app. If your discharged energy is greater, like a lot, than your charged energy, and the difference in that number is greater than your battery capacity, right? You would have used obviously more than your battery capacity. That's how it works. So being 6.6 kilowatt hours, right? Just remember 6.6 for the argument's sake. If your discharged energy was 10, right? If you discharged 10 kilowatt hours and you received 5, well, that means you've used 5 kilowatt hours. So if you've got a 6.6 kilowatt hour battery and you've used 5 kilowatt hours, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out the difference. You got 1.6 kilowatt hours left. And the reason we work in kilowatt hours, it just makes the numbers easier for you to understand like that. If you want to talk in amp hours, you can convert it, and if that's your kettle of tea, then go for it, you know, happy days. But just for argument's sake, watt hours are easy to work on because it's relevant across all of the voltages. So the AC pulls 800 watts, the fridge will pull 60 watts, you know, the toaster is going to pull 800 watts, the induction cooker is going to pull 2000, the microwave is going to pull 1500 watts. You can work it out. If you ran your microwave, if you ran the air conditioner for 1 hour and it was pulling 800, if it didn't cycle off, it stayed on that load, well, you can see, you can work it out. So there we go. It's ramping up. It's ramping down. I don't know. I'll wait for during the day. Like I said to you guys, I'm going to put up a photo of what we get out of it today, and we'll see what we can get out of this the best we can. So enjoy that, guys. Yeah, definitely not a good day for solar. Definitely not a good day. Raining, overcast, early in the morning. There we go. But we're only pulling 3 amps. Go to the menu, go to the battery. Let's get some information. So at the current usage, 5 days and 18 hours remaining. I mean, I'd be happy with that. That's not bad. Right in the bottom of winter, I'm running 2 TVs, lights are on, fridge is on. If I've got 5 days remaining at the current usage, well, I'd be pretty happy with that. And the chances of the sun poking its head out in that 5 days and 6 days now, the chances of the sun poking its head out in 6 days are pretty high. And it's actually starting to do it now, so I might get some readings before I leave.